Hello, my name is Caleb Smith. I'm the editor at the Rocket Miner newspaper. I'm here tonight with your regular coronavirus update for March 23rd, 2020, a Friday night. The big news in the state today is that Governor Mark Gordon, working in cooperation with the state health officer, decided to extend the orders that had closed schools to students and closed or limited certain businesses. The original order extended to places where people are likely to gather, such as bars, health clubs, restaurants that offer indoor dining. It was later extended to include hair salons and tattoo parlors. Originally, the order was set to end on April 3rd, and it has been extended an additional 2 weeks to April 17th. This comes as Wyoming's number of confirmed coronavirus cases has grown to 73. Earlier in the day, when the number was at 71, the Department of Health released an analysis of the cases, and it showed that a large majority of Wyoming coronavirus cases had not resulted in hospitalization. Those looking at the breakdown of the people and their ages who contracted it, the highest number of cases, 19, were found amongst those between its ages 60 to 69. The next highest incident of the virus was found between those 50 to 59, and that was 11 cases. As of the time when they were analyzing the numbers that were at 71, only one case each had been detected amongst those 18 and under or 80 and over. At the time, a majority of the cases were women by just a very slim margin. And when it comes to the cause, the highest number of cases, or 23, were identified as contact with another person who had the virus. And another 18 cases, no cause had been determined. The Wyoming Department of Health also announced that on Thursday that 17 of these Wyoming's coronavirus patients had recovered. Elsewhere in the news today are houses of Congress, the Senate, the House, working in conjunction with President Donald Trump, passed a $2.2 trillion stimulus package. It had passed in the Senate 96-0 earlier. It took a little bit of finagling in the House, but they also passed it through, and the President signed it pretty quickly. It's going to speed government payments of $1,200 or $1,200 to most Americans and increase jobless benefits for millions of people who have lost work. Quote, "This is not a time for cynicism or invective or second guessing," end quote, said U.S. Rep. Liz Cheney of Wyoming. Quote, "This is a time to remember that we are citizens of the greatest nation on earth, that we have overcome every challenge we have faced, and we will overcome this one." This also comes at a time when the command team that's leading Sweetwater County's coronavirus efforts revealed the fact today that in Sweetwater County, as of right now, there are 11 ventilators available. We're hopeful that they don't have to be used, or if they are used, that the number of serious cases does not surpass that number. That's part of why we continue to practice physical distancing. As we talk about the goal to stop the spread, or flatten the curve, what that refers to is that if the cases are increasing rapidly, many people in a short amount of time, that's sharp. You'd rather, best case scenario, you want it to be flat. If you can't get that, you want it to be as gradual a curve as possible. You want to stretch out the number of cases. I was talking with a friend the other day, and imagine if you had 100 people sick over the course of a month. It's better to have 100 people sick over the course of a month, over 30 days, let's say. And so you have time to give them the resources, the expertise, and whatnot, as opposed to having 30 people seriously sick on just one day. That's the crisis that are facing other countries right now when the cases have increased to the point that the ability to handle the cases has been overwhelmed. And that's when you have to worry about, well, maybe in some cases you'd be if the resources or the expertise isn't quite sufficient. Right now, we would be flying people to the University of Utah Hospital in Salt Lake City. If Utah or Salt Lake City cases become extreme, there could be the point where they would not be able to accept that, and we would be left with our normal resources. This is the type of thing that we're doing our best to control by staying indoors, except for absolutely necessary movement. I mean, please get your groceries. If you're still working, that's if you have the ability to telecommute, like fortunately I have this bit right now. I don't have to get too far from my cat. You may have heard him once or twice already in this video. Take advantage of those opportunities. One of the things that was said today is Jim Wamsley, who is the fire chief at the Rock Springs Fire Department and is the deputy commander. He encouraged people to research yourself. Look at the numbers. Take a look at what the county preparations are. There are multiple websites where they're listing their stuff. There's other sources of news, like the State Department of Health. Johns Hopkins University has a wonderful medical site. There are other state platform transparency sites you can go to get the facts and make the decision for yourself. One other thing I'd point you to is that the Rocket Miner editorial board has taken the stance that individuals need to be stepping up. We expect y'all to be cowboys, because cowboys watch out for the other people who are on the range. They do the right thing without having to be told to. I think there are going to be some cases where we're going to need to hold ourselves to stricter standards than what some other people might be recommending. In our editorial, which you can find in Saturday's paper, or it will be online in just a few more hours, we point to the fact that the state of Wyoming has adopted a cowboy code of ethics. They're based on the works of James P. Owen, and I want to read the 10 points to you real quick. Number 1, live each day with courage. 2, take pride in your work. 3, always finish what you start. 4, do what has to be done. 5, be tough but fair. 6, ride for the brand. 8, talk less, say more. 9, remember that some things are not for sale. 10, know where to draw the line. We keep hearing from those in authority in our government or health officials that it's up to us as families, as individual people, to do what we can to stop the spread, flatten the curve. This is cowboy country. We take care of our neighbors as we take care of ourselves. We do what's right. We do what's fair. I encourage you all to consider what the current medical advice is out there and make the choices accordingly to do right by the people that we share this wonderful place with. This has been Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper, wishing you a good day and that you all stay safe out there.